In school, when we were kids, the government was definitely testing for psychic children. Y'all remember the gifted program? So it really goes by GATE, which stands for Gifted and Talented Educational Program. If you were GATE as a kid and in this gifted program, you probably remember one of these weird tests. Y'all remember these infamous headphones? Yes, I sure do. The headphones would play binary, linear, all type of frequencies in a child's ear. I literally remember I was always pulled out of class. I don't even think my parents know about this. Obviously, kids wouldn't know better. So I would be pulled out into like trailers outside the school, not even inside, they would be outside. And sometimes it would be like a guided person on the headphone telling you, you know, what to do. Other times it's a hearing test, basically trying to see if you hear different frequencies. And the scary part is I always heard it. I'd be like right ear, left ear, like it was easy to me. A lot of these people test from straight from the government, the CIA. The scary part is I remember numerous games, puzzles, cards you had to do, which none of this is shocking to me to this day because I already knew I was spiritual and damn near psychic since a kid. I always had an intuition that was fire, and I come from a pretty spiritual family and intelligent. My father's a whole anesthesiologist, but I thought these tests were normal. Even my dad would test for like IQ, so I thought that was what it was. But now looking back, I was just a kid in a bad spot. I remember being treated like an adult or spoken to like an adult since I was a kid. They had all type of blocks, all type of things you would be doing with your person in, you know, this testing. All type of memory game, playing with different shapes, even Morse code. I remember us learning pretty fast too. I pick up pretty quickly. Sign language, we learned all the alphabets to the point that we would be talking to each other as children. We wouldn't say like the full word, but we would spell the word out to each other, very small. Different languages, Morse code. I was definitely obsessed with history, ancient Egypt, any ancient civilization. I remember I used to be obsessed with Greek mythology at some point till I found out, you know, the Greeks stole all that. But I just loved history. That's not normal for a kid. And shout out to my auntie Karen. She was the only auntie I had into weird stuff like this, like me. So we would be watching Roswell, Charm. She was into West African studies. So I would learn a lot through that from her. So this is all sign that these people were testing on me. This is crazy. So now that I see it all over the internet, we're all questioning what exactly was this GATE program and why were we part of it, and some of our parents didn't even know. Like, I didn't remember anything about this until I started looking through other people's videos and realizing like, oh shit, I was definitely part of this. And it's crazy, all the former gifted kids remember the same things. The headphones, the frequencies in the ears. And don't get me started on the shot of fluoride we were drinking. Honestly, guys, I thought it was some Pepto maybe. I know it was similar to what the dentists, you know, put in my mouth as kids. Taking a shot of it is crazy in school. Crazy work. Shame on y'all. Went to Robert Frost Middle School and John F. Kennedy Elementary in New York, in Long Island at the time. So if you've been in those schools, let me know. If y'all teachers, y'all was dead wrong for that. We was always asked the weirdest questions about our home life, our family. See, my family is from South America, from Guyana. So I was first born here. Both of my parents were, you know, born overseas. So my parents was pretty much natural. They didn't have all the vaccinations and drugs like the rest of, you know, everybody else's parents. Not saying anything's wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, my dad didn't drink, he didn't smoke. My mom literally stopped eating meat while she was pregnant with me. But she said I wouldn't let her hold it down. She would always throw up. So it's just crazy that now today we realizing all this, and none of the parents knew we were drinking this, and now we know it literally kills your pineal gland. But this is just wild to me, gang. Yeah, I guess they put this off like it was an advanced IQ test, but I've taken IQ tests before, like I told you guys, from my dad, and they were nothing like this. It's almost like when I was in those trailers, in those rooms, those dark rooms, it's almost like whoever the person was sitting across from me wanted me to know what was on their brain, you know? And the crazy part is I barely remember most of this. Like, if I think about the person testing me, I couldn't remember their face. I probably could hear their tone and, like, you know, see their silhouette, but I can't remember them at all. Mind you, I went to that trailer maybe a few times a week, almost every day. I can't put two and two together, but that's a little bit I remember. And something happened weird around 9/11. Around 9/11, when the Twin Towers got hit, something dramatically changed. I don't know what it was, but yeah, let me know if you guys know what that change was. I can't put my finger on, but something happened while we was all in this program. I didn't even know I was in this program till today. This is the wildest part. I remember, interestingly enough, my birthday's in August. School starts in September in New York. I was 4, I just turned 5, started school. And I remember they wanted to put me in like a slow class and put me on ADHD medicine. Which was crazy. And I literally have the message, the note to this day. My dad wrote back to the teacher on the report card. I don't remember who he quoted. Might have been Montessori on one of them, But he basically said, go look up their theory that, basically he's a child. He's 4 or 5 years old. He's energetic. This is very normal. And as a teacher, you should know this rather than trying to drug my child. But honestly, y'all, I remember being bored. The work wasn't fast enough for me. It wasn't advanced enough. I don't even think the teacher was advanced enough. Mind you, I'm saying this now, but I remember back then, like, yeah, I'm about to have fun and just turn up. I'm like, what? I know all this stuff. I know my A, B's, and C's and whatever dumb things they was learning in there. It was definitely set up. So from the headphone to the audio tone, abstract pattern test, visual exercises, there was so much red flags now that I'm looking back at it. And I don't think any parent would allow their kids to go through this if they really knew. This is why I always say I don't want my kids to really go to school till they can speak. And honestly, I told my parents this the other day, like, I should have been homeschooled. And I thought I should have been homeschooled then at that age since a young child. And I still think that to this day. I didn't belong in them schools with them kids. Trust me. My spirit was too sensitive. I knew too much. My discernment was on point. Like, there was a lot of darkness going on in them schools. There's also like a common bond, I guess, with gifted kids that we almost drowned. Which, yeah, I did almost drown, which is kind of scary. I remember it was at Splish Splash on the water amusement park. I believe my sister was there and everything. Yeah, I went down the wrong ride and went down and almost didn't come back up. And people almost didn't notice, y'all. And have you heard about all the dreamscapes? They said gifted kids are able to astral travel or do astral projection, go to malls, which is scary. I remember empty malls. Now think about it. They called another one a pool room, a room with pools. Another scary one. Do y'all remember? I haven't seen anybody mention this. The roller coasters. I don't know if it was like a fair, carnival, but I remember roller coasters and like rides everywhere. Y'all remember that? There was school. I remember dreaming school, empty, no one there. But obviously, we all thought this was a normal dream. Dreams of flying. I believe all kids have that. No? Is it just gifted kids? Let me know, because of course everybody dreams of flying, right? Here's another one. I guess allegedly they try to send you to a different school as well. Try to manipulate your parents to send you. I don't really recall them trying to put me out of the school or send me somewhere else. But I do remember my mom got approached with an amazing opportunity. Sent me to the Milton Hershey School for free. If you don't know about Milton Hershey, it's basically a boarding school for, I guess, kids. I don't remember. I know I was going to be living with only like little boys like around my age, but yeah. She didn't have to pay anything. I got my own computer, laptop. It was a lot that was going on. She was about to definitely accept it. I know it was definitely considered, but to be honest, like I said, my dad is a doctor and anesthesiologist. I think he wasn't going for it, guys. I think that's the only way. I think he put a stop to it. He had to. I'm gonna have to ask him about this. Maybe he'll see these videos because my dad watches some of my videos. Maybe he'll recall some of this. But yeah, I was supposed to go to Milton Hershey and never made it. So if you're a Milton Hershey kid, let me know what was going on over there, because that got nipped in the bud immediately. Yeah, so the government was screening for star seeds basically. And also, they said one of the biggest tells is a mole on your left arm. And gang, as you can see, I am no exception to the rule. There goes the mole. It's like a mole-like freckle that's on everybody's left arm. Just crazy. I know this is a long video. If you don't have time to watch it, it's fine. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because this really took me for a loop. Let me know if y'all want a part 2. I have a lot more to say about this. It's kind of more upsetting that our government plays so many games. I'm Cube Allure to be exact. If you like content like this, you want to stay on this side of the algorithm, don't forget to engage at the bottom of, all that. Repost, like, save, comment. And of course, follow me. If you here viewing this from the tube view, make sure you subscribe to Cube of Lore, of course, and my Cube Oxley page. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, it's only for entertainment purposes. All allegedly, hypothetically speaking. I don't know what the government got going on. I don't know what the schools got going on. Don't listen to me.